And start your trot again. Touch point. Soften your hamstring. It always amazes me how when a horse understands that when you soften, they'll slow down instead of getting bigger. We always do the reverse. We pull them and try to slow them down, and sometimes the horse will take that as energy and they'll get quicker. So we pull them and feel what we want, and then let go. We don't hold it. Pull him and let go. There you go. Say, I need to be a little aggressive in my pull, and then I'm going to let go of you. Good. It's about him carrying you at a nice tempo and him not increasing speed. That's why tempo is so important. The circle is really important that you make your touch points. But the tempo, you can't speed up and then slow down and speed up and slow down and speed up. You want it to go slow as possible. Don't squeeze too hard. Now, I like the way you corrected, but your leg came on before your hand did. So if you sped up a little bit and then your hand touched you, you've got to time those both to happen at the exact same time. If the tempo is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, when you leg yielding to touch the point, it has to say 1, 2, 1, 2. It can't speed up and then move over. That's not teaching them correctly. If the tempo stays the same. Remember when your leg comes on him, all he thinks about is how fast can I go? So your hands have to say, I don't want you going faster, I just want you to move over. Good. Good. Touch point. Touch point. Make sure you touch C this time. You're missing C a little bit. When you come off of S, you let him drop out from under you too fast. There you go. You gave him permission to follow his nose too quickly. That was very nice there. The other time you were moving your hands. You were saying, it wasn't his mistake. You were moving your hands enough to say, he said, oh good, you're going to let me cut it off. Your hands are preventing him from following his nose. And you allow him. And then if we make a mistake, we let him go too early or we don't let him go soon enough, then they step outside the box and walk. Good. Walk. Good. Good. When you get to R, turn across the center of your circle, go to S, create the bend. Bend, bend, right leg, good. Straight. Even C-bones, lift your left rein. You need to start lifting the left, keep your left leg, and then allow him to turn to the left. Good. Go back in your circle to the left. Start trotting. Touch points. Soft. Long rein, good. Soft rein. Rattling down a little bit with your hands. Now let go. Rattling down again. Let go. Good. Now quit riding. So not to the wall, just riding softer. Just riding softer. So he gets, remember, horses feel the energy levels that we go. So we kind of follow sleep and say, well, this tempo is pretty good, but practice saying, hey, can I even quit riding you more to see if I can slow your trot down even so it's more comfortable? We want a horse to know we can slow him down or we can speed him up with our legs. Don't fall into the trap of him doing the same. He's got a real comfortable tempo that's a little faster than what I like, so I practice riding slower than what he likes to do. Okay, start trotting again. So you almost let him walk, but you don't. You almost let him walk. There, almost let him walk. Touch his mouth just a little, then almost let him walk. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Now quit riding. Good. Keep walking now. Good. Good. Very nice. Now take a hold of him again. We always want to go back to say, are you really paying attention? Are you self-carrying or am I doing all this work? And you're not. You weren't. He was being real soft to your hands when we had him up. So we want to keep challenging ourselves as much as the horse. Am I helping you too much? Or am I getting you too dependent on me? So I quit riding him. I'll say, I'm going to give you a loose rein and see if I can slow your tempo down or speed your tempo up without my reins. The reins are assistant to the seat and leg, but we need to keep practicing that. Are we overdoing things? Because human beings have a tendency to override horses all the time. Now, pick them up a little bit. Shorten both reins a little bit more. A little bit more. Good. Now squeeze him into a little trot. Keep your hands up just like that. Now softly with your hands. Good. Squeeze. Because he's going to say, is this a closed door? And you're going to say, no, this is connection. Good. Squeeze. So your leg has to stay on enough to keep you trotting. Hands up. Good. Right there. Good. Good. When you get to R, I want you to turn left and come across the center of that circle to S. Lift your left hand here, bring your right hand too fast. Lift your left hand. Good. Good. Lift your left hand. Go back to the left again because we missed the turn. Go back to the left again. Lift your left hand. Let him turn. Remember, come back on both reins because he'll speed up. When you get over there, let him start turning before you get to R. So lift your left rein. Create the bend. Now let him start turning across. There you go. Let him turn. There you go. Straight for you. Now lift your right rein. Softly. And let him turn. Good. 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 And walk. Very nice. Give him the long rein. Head on him. So we're letting you pick him up a little bit instead of riding a little overheaded. We're saying, listen, I can pick you up a little bit, Trot. Horses, when you pick a horse up, it's putting a horse on muscle. It's trying to say, would you bend your hocks a little bit, drop your croup, and become more of an athlete? He gets a little silly when you pick him up. So we're introducing picking up to him at the walk and the trot, so he's not so silly when he's over. He gets too excited when he gets on muscle. So we got to say, I'm relaxing you long and low, relax your lower neck, you relax your body, and I'll pick you up for a while. As long as he keeps going, continuing on in a relaxed mode, even though he's up, you can keep doing it. If he got silly again, you would send him down. Say, hey, relax again. You're getting worked up for no reason. So that's our goal as a rider to say, how do I keep my horse relaxed when I raise him up? We know they can relax when they're down. Because in the pasture, when he's grazing, he's relaxed. When he throws his head up, and all the other horses in the herd throw their head up, they're not relaxed. They're concerned something's going to happen. So we use that to our advantage. We pick a horse up and say, pretend you're a horse. If your head's up, there's something going on. Don't be crazy and don't be afraid of anything, but be ready to be on muscle. That's called pre-warning the horse to get ready to do something. We can't pre-warn a horse on a low neck. Start trotting again, lift your hands a little bit. Shorten the reins just a little bit more. Start trotting. Good. Keep your hands real steady. At the walk and the trot, the hands should be in concrete. At the low, you have to move. Good. Shorten up both reins. Get you up to both reins again. Now touch your point. Make sure you touch your point. Good. You're going to be able to get to him faster. The movement he's going to have is going to be faster because you get to his front end faster. Keep your hands up. We don't want his neck to go down. If you keep your hands in a position where he can't go down, if you keep dropping your hands, he's going to go down. There. There. Very nice. Keep your hands in that position. Anytime you move your hands towards his withers, that says, go down with you, please. You're going to say, I don't want you down. I want you right up here. Up, hands up, hands up. You let your hands drop to you. Good. Now let your hands go down. Say, good boy. And keep trotting. Good. Let your hands go down. Good. Let it fall down now. There. That's a relaxing always. Good. Push him to your touch point. Good. Remember, you got to touch his mouth before you push him. And walk. There's nothing wrong with going into a walk when a horse gets a little bit. Once we pull a horse up and put him on muscle, and then we accidentally put a leg on him and get him a little excited before we touch the mouth, there's nothing wrong with going right back to practicing. Quit riding the horse and letting him get relaxed again. It helps both of them. It helps the rider and it helps the horse. So let the rider relax a minute, because when we're riding the horse up and we've got our hands up, we're putting the horse on muscle, but we've got to remember when we let go, we don't use the same amount of energy. When the horse is in your hands, it takes more legs to press his rear end under him. His hind legs come under you, it takes more pressure from your legs, or more aid from the legs to keep him engaged than it does when he sits down. You might use 1 ounce of the pressure, for example, I might use 1 ounce of the pressure to keep him trotting with his head down, but it might take me 5 ounces of pressure with my leg to keep him trotting with his head up. So when I let go of the reins and let his head go, I've got to make sure I let go of those 5 ounces of pressure and go back to 1. Because if I don't, I'm going to blow him to it. He's just going to speed up his trot. The leg is the gas pedal. The hands are the brake, but if you let go of the gas pedal before you put the brake on. Okay, here we go, and start trotting. Long and low. Let him stay down low. Rally a little bit. Stick it down there. There you go, then soften. Now squeeze him up into your side. Very nice. Rattle him a little bit. There you go. Good. Good. Touch points. Real soft touch points. Everything riding the horse is really slow motion. It can happen quickly, but it really is slow motion because we get ahead of the game. The second they start to make a bad move, we fix them before it turns into a major move. Then people don't ever see us moving around. They don't ever see that we're doing something to them. You look at a person who's riding and say, look, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting on the back, but that's never true. The riders always have to do something because of the flesh and bone of a horse. He can do lots of things to change this. Now go into your walk. Good. And go into your stop. Good. Bend on him. Good. Very good. Now let him walk again. And I want you to walk right down the fence. Stay right along those poles going straight ahead. Touch points. Make him go into the corner a little deeper. Stay on your left side. Press him over to that corner a little bit. And let him turn. You're allowing him to turn in the corners. Straight ahead. You've got to walk right next to those poles. Good. So walk right next to those poles. I want you right into the corner. So as you're going down the fence, he's going to say, I bet we're going to turn. So you got to say, no, we're not until I allow you to turn. So your right leg has to stay in there, your right rein has to stay up. Then, right now, allow him to turn. Let him follow his nose. Good. Then he has to go straight to the next one. Then you start lifting your right rein, but don't let him turn. Say, I want to get you prepared to turn, and then I'm going to allow you to turn. More right rein. Lift, 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 lift. Make that nose come to you. So when you're lifting that, the point of lifting that rein is to make his nose come over. Now he's straight. Now you can be straight as a string. You can see even amount of buckle, head skull on both sides. You shouldn't see his right eye. Press with your left leg instead of your right leg, and that's going to straighten his rib out. So he got stuck. He had his rib to the left. That's why his eye stuck to the right. So you have to press him. Your hands control from the withers forward, but your legs control the ribs. Lift your right rein, press with your right leg a little bit, and right knee and thigh. That creates a bend. Now, pull with your left rein and press with your left leg a little bit. Now get your rib back straight.